there everybody, it's Jamie here and a very warm welcome to your To Travel blog Jamie. I'm currently sailing on board MSC Virtuosa, staying in a balcony cabin with a partial sea view, and today you are coming with me for a full tour and review. Let's do this.
Let's start location. Welcome to deck 8. This is a Wagner deck. Every deck on board is named after a composer, and I think that's a fabulous idea. We are located here at the forward part of the ship. We've got 6 elevators / lifts here, and just behind us we have stairwells as well. Now, my cabin is located mid-forward, starboard side. We're heading in this direction and right. Round we go, where it will end, nobody knows. No doubt about it, this is one big girl. Anyway, no more than a minute from the stairwells and the lifts to my cabin. Welcome, 8096. You are cordially invited, come on in. Cabin 8096 is located mid-forward and starboard side. Directly above, more passenger cabins. Directly below, a lot of entertainment venues. Whoa, nobody puts Jamie in the court. Oh. Anyway, angles and perspectives to begin with. I want you to see the whole cabin from the entrance. Now, just to my right, we've got 2 by hook or crooks and my lovely little gown. And here's something that is unheard of for me. If you've followed me for some time, you'll know AC unit has to be on, and it's always at the very, very bottom because I like Arctic conditions. Look at that, it's 2 up. I mean, the AC unit in here is working an absolute treat. I love it. 2 very important switches here, folks. You've got the do not dare disturb me sign, and please do make up my room lovely cabin attendant. Thank you ever so much. Just below, to operate all the electricity and lighting in your cabin, you'll need to insert your cruise key card or indeed an old store card. Now, we also have a near floor to ceiling length mirror here, always mucho apreciado, of course. And here's the bedroom area. First things first, will your cases fit under the bed? Damn right, get under there. And I'll say from the outset, I've had a great night's sleep in this cabin, partly because it's well air-conned, which is important to me, but also these beds, super comfy, and the duvet's not too heavy. I hate a heavy duvet. You also have a choice of pillows. Yes, there's a pillow menu, whether you like them soft or hard. Your choice, just check in with your cabin attendant. You can probably spot there are 2 bedside units as well, with 2 compartments and a shelf space. We also have lamps with reading lights. Look, there you go. I don't do a lot of reading at night, I must say. And underneath, we also have a USB socket, and you'll find the same thing either side. We do indeed have a very nice plush comfy headboard, because I know some of you love head banging at night. And to create that extra special mood, there's some soft lighting right behind the headboard. You're in for a treat, you really are, you romantics. And the musical theme continues. Virtuosa does indeed mean skilled and talented in Italian. And don't tell me to not say virtuosa. I've had some very angry Brits out there saying to me, Jamie, it's pronounced virtuosa. I didn't roll my eyes, you did. Important to many of us, of course, how much floor space is there around the bed? Well, it's a little bit of a squeeze between the bed and your wardrobe. I'll show you that storage space a little bit later. At the end of the bed, not too bad, can manage. Look, you could even have a little jig on your way down if you really wanted to. At the end of the bed, however, we'd certainly have a lot more floor space. And a quick look at the bedroom area from this angle. Some of you may well be saying, Jamie, why on earth have you left that wardrobe door open? It looks a mess. Well, it doesn't actually stay shut. In this day and age, with so much taking place around the world, that's a minor annoyance. Anyway, you can sleep 3 human beings in here if you would like. I would rather just be here with Matthew, or on my own, if I'm honest with you. Sorry, folks, get your own cabin. The sofa bed, well, it's comfy enough, but, you know, wear and tear and all, I think it's starting to look its age, bless it, I think replacing some of these in the not too distant would be advisable. We've got more musical wall art, and sort of in the middle of the room, a really good sized television. And the question is, are you going to be able to see that from the bed without getting a crooked neck? Well, it is indeed, oh, creaky, but maneuverable. Always much appreciated. Underneath the television, we've got, well, I suppose it's like a magazine rack. Very helpful, actually. We have our remote control for the TV here, and all bits and bobs, odds and sods, nick and knack, brick and brack I've been collecting here. It's also where your cabin attendant will leave a breakfast order menu, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Telephone, because obviously you're going to want to get room service, aren't you? Underneath that, we have a Zoe. Yes, hey Zoe. So you can use Zoe as a speaker for your personal devices. We've got 2 Northern American outlets plus 2 USB sockets here. Right underneath that, 2 good sized deep shelves, actually. 4 drawers here. Let's have a look at the size of those. Oh, they come out a long way. Mind your knees. Next door, we have our chair, although no ordinary chair. No. This also functions as a table in case you would like some room service. And of course, I have partaken in room service. Just above, we've got a really good sized drawer, and randomly, right in the middle, look, an MSC sewing kit. I spend all of my evenings sewing. You know that's true, don't you? Next door to that, we have our fridge and minibar. Now, you will indeed have to pay for any items taken from here, so do be careful. I'll show you the prices a little later. You could, if you wanted, to have all of these removed by your cabin attendant and then use it for any personal items. Oh, let's not wait any longer. Here's a look at the mini bar items plus their costs. To the left of that, we've got a bin, and to help your cabin attendant, it is indeed divided into food, paper and plastic. So please, to help them, do use that wisely. By wisely, I mean put your paper in the paper compartment, your plastic in the plastic compartment, and food in the food compartment. Simples. And above, well, we have our workstation / vanity area. 2 shelves here, very handy indeed. We've got 2 European sockets down here, and obviously because we're sailing out of the UK, MSC have provided kettles. You've got some mugs there, glasses, and some Tetley tea bags. What are those ones? Yorkshire tea, coffee, and milk as well. Your cabin attendant will very happily fill your ice bucket as and when. As a diamond loyalty tier member, I get bubbles, thank you very much for that, and all sorts of other gorgeous perks. Big mirror here, which of course is important if you want to use this as a vanity area, you know, do your makeup, do your hair. Oh, talking of which, where's that hairdryer? You cannot escape us, hairdryer, but are you going to manage to do everyone's bushes or not? Now, this one is already plugged in out the back somewhere, nice and neat. So let's check if the cable is long enough for us. I think that's all right, isn't it? Yeah? What do you reckon? There's a cool setting or a hot setting. It's as simple as that. 2 speed settings. Let's go for the top one, shall we? Are you ready? Oh, it's getting hotter now. I mean, I've been doing these hairdryer tests for years now, my loves. I would say that's a reasonable speed, a reasonable heat. It might take you a little bit longer to do your big hairy bushes than it would on average at home. Alrighty, let's head out onto that balcony. If you've followed me for some time, you'll know I don't often treat myself to a balcony cabin, largely because if I'm traveling solo, they can be very pricey. However, this particular partial sea view balcony cabin was going for £740 for the 5 nights for me as a solo passenger. Some of you might be like, whoa, that's way too much, that's so expensive. In which case I would say to you, you don't travel solo very often on cruise ships. That's actually a very good deal for a cabin like this for 5 nights as a solo passenger. Yeah, of course I'd like to spend less. Yes, I could have spent less if I had chosen an inside cabin, but damn it, I wanted to treat myself. This is very important to some of you. There are indeed child locks on these balcony doors. Right, let's head out. Oh, creaky. Well, here on deck 8, we may well have a partial sea view, but look at the size of this balcony. It's glorious. And as far as partial sea views go, and I get it because we've got life vessels here, it ain't too shabby at all. I know what you're going to say. Oh, they could put loungers out here. I suppose because this is a cheaper grade of balcony cabin, that might be a bit unfair. But look, look, look. Above me, whilst they don't have the life vessels in front, they've got tiny balconies. I'm very happy with this, and as a solo traveller on this particular cruise, it saved me a little bit of ka-ching. I've got more outdoor space. I've just got some vessels in front of me. Just like no big deal. Alrighty folks, it is time to check out an MSC bathroom. Please don't be nervous, I'm going to look after you, I promise. It's all the way down here. Right, light on, yep, here we go. First of all folks, the extraction unit in here is so powerful and yes, loud. I know some of you love a good powerful extraction. Anyway, some people out there have said these bathrooms are small. I would certainly say compact, but they look the part in my opinion. And you'll have noticed, we've got somewhere here for your 1 cheek, 2 cheeks, rah rah rah. Don't get sucked in, no no no. No clingy, tacky shower curtains here. Lovely, lovely shower, but that extraction unit is inside the shower. Are you ready for the absolute racket it's going to make when I open the door? Are you ready for this? Woo! I'm hoping you can hear me. Good, hot, powerful shower. We have a washing line up here for all your wet bits and bobs. There's a shelf here, and we have MSC products. Shampoo, shower gel. I am not a fan of either. I don't think they're good quality, and the scent is non-existent. You're gonna fit 2 people in here if you really want to. We also have one of those god-awful close-up mirrors to see all your infections that make you want to go and have surgery. No thank you, that's not for me. Good size mirror in here, good lighting, 3 shelves for your bits and bobs. We also have a little bit of space around this sink basin. There's another shelf down here, and I don't think anything here opens, no. Metal toilet brush as opposed to the plastic ones on Cunard. Well done MSC. How much room if you're on the John? Not bad look. The bathroom gets cut off a little bit here, but you know, me and my tiny little legs, we're fine. There's a shaver's point up here, and don't worry, you don't just have to let it all hang. You can pop it here onto one of the shelves. And there you have an MSC bathroom. I have to ask the question of those of you who've sailed with MSC before. Did your bathroom extractor fan make that much noise, or is it just mine? Some of you have mentioned before that MSC cruises and their cabins are not known for a huge amount of storage space, and you'd be correct. Now, I think there are some reasons for that, which we'll go into shortly, but for now, there's a large shelf right at the top. We've got multiple shelves here and 3 drawers at the bottom. They're pretty good sized drawers actually. And the other side we have a good amount of hanging space actually. Need more hangers? No problem, just ask your cabin attendant. The shelf continues up here, and as you can see, plenty of space down here. Pop your shoes there, your knickers, your bras, your long johns, whatever you want. And a little bit of storage space there as well. There's also a rack right in the corner of the wardrobe for belts and ties. I've been counting, okay? So in summary, there are 8 drawers, 17 shelves, hanging space in the wardrobe, storage space for your luggage under your bed, and the magazine rack for all your paperwork. For me, as a solo passenger, there's more than enough space. When I've sailed with MSC with Matthew before, it was enough space for us for a week. Any longer than that, or if there were 3 of you sharing this cabin, we probably would have had to be a little bit resourceful, maybe using packing cubes and keeping them under the bed with some of our items. Having said all of that, MSC is a very casual cruise line, so I'm not packing multiple jackets and trousers and shirts, etc. But that's not to say you can't dress up if you want to. Of course you can. Your choice. I just would rather not. Alrighty folks, let's check out the room service menu. Room service items on MSC come at a supplement. One dish will cost you £5, 2 dishes £7. For Bella passengers, there's also a £4 tray charge. I explained the difference between the 3 tiers on board in my full vlog. If you're in the yacht club, well, it's all included. Oh my god, there is actually somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door. Don't know what happened, don't care either. Very excited to see what this is like. Oh, what a thing of absolute bloody beauty. Holy shawarma, I'm excited. Oh god, that's so good. Okay, now that is the best pizza at sea. Hands down. And hands up if you want. You can also have some continental breakfast items delivered to your cabin in the mornings. If you are on a Bella package, you're going to have to pay a £4 tray charge for these. My advice is to stock up, fill your boots, and then head out for a hot breakfast after, once you're ready. For me, I think it's a lovely thing to have a fresh pot of coffee delivered to your cabin first thing, maybe a pastry, have it out on the balcony before you head out. Awesome. Life force on the balcony. Not a huge amount going on this television. We have some channels from various countries, videos on demand. You might think, oh, fantastic. You do, however, have to pay for these. And an example for you, £8. No, thank you. Importantly, though, you do have your safety video. You have to watch this as a part of your muster drill. Love having an aft bridge cam. If you're in an inside cabin, this is obviously very helpful so you can see what the sea conditions are doing, what the weather's like. Otherwise, not much to report on. No self-serve laundrettes on board MSC, but we do have a laundry service. MSC is a truly international cruise line, so therefore all these garments are written in various languages. If you are just looking for an ironing service, well, you're in luck because they have those. And here are the prices for some of the other features of the laundry service. The main question, of course, would I stay in this cabin again? In short, yes, I would. I think it's a good sized cabin. It's very comfortable. My cabin attendant is awesome. Everything is spotlessly clean in here. There's enough storage space for me personally, although I know for some of you, you would like more. In spite of the partial sea view, that balcony is huge. And I haven't missed the uninterrupted sea views at all. I'm also a fan of the location of this cabin. It's just one deck above all those entertainment venues, restaurants, bars, coffee shops, etc. That's awesome for me because I'm so lazy. And I want to be near to a coffee shop for iced latte. Obvs. A couple minus points. The extractor fan in that bathroom is the loudest I've ever experienced. So I don't want to spend a huge amount of time in there. Maybe just for the best. I'm saving the planet, I'm using less water, and I'm not spending so long on the john. The next point, more of a minus maybe for some of you than me. As I said at the start of this vlog, we are located just one deck above multiple entertainment venues. For that reason, you can indeed hear some background music late into the night. Personally, I haven't found it very intrusive, but if you are a light sleeper or you struggle getting off to sleep if there's any background noise, I wouldn't recommend this cabin or indeed this deck. But what do you think? Would you stay in this cabin or a cabin like this on board? Drop those comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Until the next time, my darlings, keep looking towards that horizon. Thank you for your support as we now head towards 41,000 subscribers. Today's shout outs go to my gorgeous tiers 3, 4 and 5 patrons. And oh my goodness gracious me, yes, you too could become a patron. Just search patreon.com/travelblogjamie. For your personalized videos, just search cameo.com/travelblogjamie. We can also follow each other on Facebook, Jamie W. Robbins, Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky at TravelBlogJamie, and of course, right here, right now, on YouTube.